This video is brought to you by Roguedeckbuilder.com. Purchase a playmat today and help us make the move to our new studio. We have over 10 playmats to choose from. Visit Roguedeckbuilder.com. Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with the Domri Fight Club, the good old Domri send-off, and our number 10 of cards I'm going to miss post-rotation. This seems like a keepable hand. We have a first and Elvish Michigan to a second turn Courser. It's exactly what you want to see with this type of deck. We do need to find the fighting. Like this hand can't do anything, but it can set up subsequent draws. Like the Courser is going to filter off the top of the deck, and we have that explosive start. So there's no way you want to mulligan this. There's another Courser. We will definitely throw out the Elvish Mystic, pass the turn to him. He looks like he's going to be a mono green list. It's going to be a Voyaging Satyr, which means that there's going to be shenanigans. Good news is we can kill creatures pretty easily with this deck. Another Temple. I think we do just Stomping Ground here. And throw out the Courser. And unfortunately, there's another Temple on top, so we're running into a lot of lands, but we should be able to scry away lands from here on out. And if we have lands on top, then we can actually just play them with the Courser. So good news is these scry lands are pretty relevant with Domri, as you can scry away something you could not hit with Domri, and then get something relevant. And Courser's so awesome with Domri. See, so we hit into another land. That's a pain. But we'll put out another Courser and play it off the top. And another land on top. So we can get in here with the Courser. He might have a combat trick. I highly doubt it. But he's down to an 18. He's got insane ramp, though. If he goes like a Garruk this turn, we could be in a lot of problems. But, yeah. Hopefully, with 23 lands, we're hopefully getting low on getting lands on the top here. It's just going to be Burning Emissary. Hopefully no Nykthos Shrine to Nyx. As a Shrine pretty much seals the deal that he's going to go crazy with Mr. Primal or Garruk. Whatever that Garruk is. I can't remember the good old Garruk, 6-mana Garruk. I haven't seen it played in quite a while. It's a card I didn't have much... Oh, there's the Shrine. Of course. I didn't have much experience actually playing the Garruk. It's going to be Nissa. Nissa is something we can actually deal with. See if he actually decides to attack in. And if... So now he's going to have to lose like a Burning Emissary here. Well, maybe he'll just take damage with Nissa. So we need to find... we can't really find anything off the top here. It's going to be a land. Another Courser on top. I think that at this point we might just decide to scry it away and try to find, anything off the top. Like a Boros Reckoner will get us back in this. And it's a forest. That's definitely not the card that we wanted to see. We'll throw out a Sylvan Caryatid that can chump block for a turn. And we are going to get in here with both the Coursers attacking Nissa. Wait, he can untap target land. We do not want to do that with the Voyaging Satyr. Good thing I stopped myself there, as this is the land. I never even thought about that synergy with Voyaging Satyr. So this is we're gonna have to chalk this up most likely as a loss, but it's very, very hard to draw 5 lands and be able to win here. The best case scenario, I'm trying to think of like a mana dump. I took the Court of Callings out. It's still going to be Boros Reckoner, I think would be the best card to draw into. Or even like a Gorgon's Head and then just start chucking it on Elvish Mystics and things like that. And then I should be okay. I think we just take the damage here from the forests. I could actually double block a forest. But then, yeah, 7 mana. Just no Garruk here. Okay, let's go for like 15 mana here. 12 mana. Yes, possible. She's going to Court of Calling for a lot. Oh, Genesis Hydra for 10. At least we get to see his deck. He hits a Hornet Queen. That's very good. And I'm sure that's what he'll play. He might actually just grab this Nylea. In fact, if I was him, I would probably take the Nylea. Hornet Queen's definitely something you could put in this deck. It was hard to get to 6 or to 7 mana. And I don't know if I want to give him more information. You know what? I'm gonna concede this game. We're gonna go on to the next game here, and then I give him information by revealing because of Courser. The Mizzy Mortars are definitely gonna come in. The card seems bonkers versus him. I think that Plukernos is another card that is gonna come in. I actually like Primeval Bounty because that can grind him out. The card I don't really think that Wasteland Viper or Stormbat Dragon. The good thing about Stormbat Dragon is it can go over the top. And maybe that's actually worthwhile. I'm going to take out, like, Chandra can actually ping down elves, but I don't know if Chandra is actually worth it. Keranos can definitely go out since we're bringing in all those finishers. Is it Staticasters? Fine, yeah. If I'm going to keep the Staticasters in, I think Chandra can go away. Citizen Tactics, Avenues all seem very, very good. Mizzy Mortar seems good. Yeah, all of this is still highly effective against his deck. In all honesty, I don't know if I need Caryatids, and if I take out the Caryatids, so I'd take out the Stormbreath Dragons. I think I'm going to keep in 2 Stormbreath Dragons, and we're going to take out the Caryatids. And that way, we don't get stuck with too much of ramp that can't really do much. Even though, actually, the Caryatids are nice for the Mizzy Mortars. I think I'm going to keep in 2 Caryatids, and we take out maybe the Primeval Bounty. Does that really get us there? Yeah, we take out Primeval Bounty, and we'll go down to just a 1 of Stormbreath Dragon, I think is the right play. And we'll submit this. So, okay, we'll play first here. Hope for a better... Again, we got a nice little hand here. Hopefully he doesn't get an explosive draw like he did before. His deck is very reliant on Shrine of Nyx. If he doesn't have in his opening hand, he's stuck trying to draw into it. So, again, a first turn Elvish Mystic into a second turn Courser Crewfix is pretty good. And let's just pray that we don't run into the same string of lands off the top. And there's a land. But again, I still think the right play is the Courser. And we have a Plukernos. That's going to be very good. More lands the merrier now because we can actually use the Plukernos to eat Mystics and whatnot. So Burning Tremissary, see if he's got a Voyaging Satyr. He does have it. But he missed his land drop, so... And we hit a Stomping Grounds. This is pretty sweet. So we will Stomping Grounds, yes. And gain a life back. A Confluence is on the top. That, I guess, isn't the greatest, but we'll go ahead and Plukernos here. And I'm going to get in here with the Courser. And I'm probably going to eat the Voyaging Satyr next turn. It depends on what he actually puts out. He can generate only 3 mana at this point. Yeah, this one is probably... It's looking very good for us. So I don't want to use the Scryland. We'll just use Mana Confluence here. And let's see, I can generate 5. 5 is not enough if I... It is 3 mana exactly. Or not 3 damage. No, see, 2, 4. It's 2 damage exactly. So we can kill off the Voyaging Satyr. Which at this point I actually think is worth it. Or I guess I could use the extra mana. We'll have Sylvan Caryatid here. So we're going to Monstrous this. To kill off an Elvish Mystic. Taking down his Devotion. And what in the world could he have for, I guess, 3 mana? set us in tactics, so it gets +2/+2 and he can actually fight something. But he's still going to have 1 damage on it. It saves his dude. And if he decides to fight my Mystic, no, he wouldn't do that. We'll go to attacks here. Now he has the opportunity to kill a Courser. He actually has the opportunity to kill the Plukernos. That is so worth it, though. So worth it. And he decides not to fight. We basically get 3 for 1 there. And we'll go ahead, chuck out the Caryatid. And next turn we can Domri and fight down his Voyaging Satyr. And now I can see a concession here. If he doesn't get a land, he's basically, well, I guess not. I guess he could have Caryatid, but again, it's gonna play this guy into play. Yeah, we can actually pay the life because we can play Hornet's Nest now as well. And now Domri can come out, and we absolutely will fight. Attacking with both of these guys. He can block one, but he still takes... Whoa! Yeah, he's going to block the Courser. And we can still put out the nest. And hopefully we have the lock now. I mean, he's needs to draw into a land. If not, he's back to square one. I mean, he's going to keep putting out... Yeah, he'd keep putting out just mana dorks. So on the play, I don't know if we actually need to go a Courser as quickly. And I kind of want to kill his own Mystics off with my Is It Staticaster. So I think I'm going to get rid of my own Mystics. And we're going to put the Caryatids back in. And I do think that I need to put in like a bigger finisher, or these burns actually. And Keranos actually seems pretty good as well, as it will kill off subsequent dudes. I still want one Stormbreath Dragon in, so I got to make a decision on what to take out. Hornet's Nest still seem really good, but he can work around them. Well, yeah, they do seem... I guess Stormbreath's not the right play, and we'll take out one... I guess one Keranos. If we draw the one, it's good. I don't know if this is the right move to be cutting out so many finishers, but I think all we have to do is really stabilize versus him, and then we're fine. So we'll submit this. Hopefully we have a game of Magic this time. I personally got flooded the first game, and he got pretty much locked out the second game. So this is what's good about taking out the Elvish Mystics. Even though if this was a Mystic, one of these cards was a Mystic, we could actually still get out the second turn Domri, but I'm okay with no second turn Domri with being able to Temple, and potentially Mizzy Mortars can be a blowout. And no Mystic on his part, though. So we'll Temple of Epiphany here, because then it leaves us with the green source. Shocking. Put this on the bottom. I will probably use my Mizzy Mortars on a Satyr if he's got a Satyr. And it's a Caryatid. So, again, we'll just scry here. And put a Mana Confluence and a Forest on the bottom. Good news is we basically have the Mizzy Mortars overload already in our hand. So there's a Plukernos. That's really problematic. Staticaster's not going to do anything at all. And Domri's quite weak here too. I guess we just Stomping Grounds. We need to get a Death Touch on the Is It Staticaster. But Mizzy Mortars actually can take care of Plukernos. Depends if he taps out here. Because if he taps out here, we can Mizzy Mortars the Plukernos and then hit it down with an Is It Staticaster. Yeah, that is going to be very rough for me to deal with. I think we have to pray for an overload on the Mizzy Mortars. Oh, he's going to untap for Force. Yeah, it ramps him even more. Another Caryatid. And I guess the game plan is still the same. Maybe we just... Potential huge board wipe. Well, we've got an extra Domri. I think we can block with a Staticaster. This might be my only opportunity to Mizzy Mortars, though. He's got 2 mana for like a set of Syntactics, though, so possibly not the greatest. I think what we do is we Temple here. Put that on the bottom, and I think we just need to pray that Domri finds us a creature that we can actually work with. And he... Oh, perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. That was a great, great, great card to draw into. It's going to allow us to stall next turn and then hopefully get the Mizzy Mortars. And the coolest thing about the Is It Staticaster Hornet's Nest lock is we get a Death Toucher each turn that can actually block his anything he puts out. The only thing that we have to worry about is if he does go crazy with his mana. There's 4 mana available here, possibly up to 8 mana. With that Genesis Hydra is huge again. I mean, pretty cool deck that can ramp. I haven't seen mono green kind of devotion-based decks for a while, as they're very easy to shut down with Supreme Verdicts and Thoughtseizes and stuff like that. Kind of getting weeded out by the same defensive strategy that the Goblin Rabble Master like to build up against some... Oh, jeez. A Rabble Master. I think the Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, I hope that he just has two lands in his hand, because if not, yeah, we're in terrible shape. We need to get that Mizzy Mortars up to overload. I think I have to block with the Is It Staticaster. And, oh gee, well, the Plukernos, the problem with this, with the Nykthos Shrine to Nyx, is he can Plukernos for a gazillion. And so I think I just have to throw it in front of Plukernos. What if he's deciding whether he wants to monstrous this? So 4. And that's 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He can pump Plukernos up to, I believe, 6 counters. But it looks like it's a Genesis Hydra again for a lot for 5. And hits, yeah, that was lucky of me that he hits basically nothing. But he's diversifying. He's definitely going to attack both of them into Domri. And then let's see if he's got another Genesis Hydra in his hand. I think that's the only thing I can think of keeping the Nykthos Shrine to Nyx with his last card. Or the Plukernos can now kill plus 4, 9, 14. Yep, that is game. So bit of a rough start here. Let's go on to another game here. This is Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.